Yo, yo, what's up, you guys? I'm back again. It is your boy, Bud Tender Jack, here today. I'm going to bring you guys through with a cartridge review today. As you know, I do cartridge reviews for the Bud Tenders Ethos. So if you guys are interested in those, give me some information, give me brands that you would like to see reviewed, and I'd be happy to do that for you. So having said that, I'm going to be jumping into today Gelato's Durban Poison. This is a 1 gram cartridge by Gelato. We all know Gelato and we love Gelato. So with that information, we're going to go ahead and jump right into this review and we'll give you guys the info you need. All right, y'all, for those of you that follow me regularly, you know that when I do reviews, I do them on a standard operating procedure or an SOP. With cartridges, there's 6 different categories that I judge them with, and I'm going to go over those systematically with you right now. They won't take too long. I just want to make sure you guys know what we're judging with, and we'll give you the numbers as well as we go along so we can give them a final number at the end. So let's go. All right, category number 1 for the cartridges is going to be visual appeal and packaging. I don't have a package of the Durban Poison with me, but I do have the actual cartridge here, so you can take a look here. I like that they have these yellow bands, excuse me, that sit on the cartridge itself. This is an easily identifiable marker for sativa. So for those of you that prefer sativas, check for the yellow right here, and then you have your answer, okay? It's really great to see that they have that for people that are, having some difficulty. I also appreciate with their cartridges, whenever you buy them at the store, you'll notice that they're in little boxes, and they have a piece of cardboard inside that holds them upright, and then they're inside of a plastic sleeve. That's great. And there's also a rubber mouthpiece and a screw piece down here on the bottom when you first get the cartridge. And that's considerate. That's very thoughtful. I can appreciate that Gelato wants your stuff to stay clean and whatnot. So I really like that they've added in those little touches to give you guys the best experience possible. So in this first area with regard to visual appeal and packaging, I'm going to give them a total of 10 points out of 10. So that's category number 1 down. And we're going to go ahead and go to category number 2 now. All right, you guys. So we're going to be covering the next thing is going to be the aroma of the cartridge, and the aroma is always a fantastic when it comes to Durban Poison. I think you guys can vouch for that whenever you tried it yourselves. So Durban, whenever I first opened it out of its cartridge container, it gave me a really spicy but sweet aroma that came out of it. It's like semi-fruity, and there's a few earthy notes in there. So I do have hints of things like caryophyllene, terpinolene, and myrcene. Those terpenes hit me pretty readily whenever I smelled this. If you just take a quick smell of your cartridge when you get it, or right whenever you open it up, those terpenes are there. You can definitely smell them. This one is definitely heavy in caryophyllene, just having known Durban Poison a little bit myself. The caryophyllene is the pepper terpene. So that's kind of what's going to give you that revitalized, refreshed feeling, actually. It's a little bit peppery, spicy, woody, and it's a headache buster. Let me tell you, when there's caryophyllene involved like this in a nice sativa, this sucker goes right to the head and it knocks out any pain that you might have. So that's a great thing. I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that before we go into this. So the primary notes regarding the aroma of Durban Poison that I get is herbal. I get citrusy, there's peppery, and then there's almost piney. So that definitely confirms for me things like pinene, caryophyllene, myrcene, and terpinolene. Those are definitely in there. So with this flavor profile and the way that it's so complex, I'm going to go ahead and give them a 9.5 out of 10. There's something about the end of the flavor that just sits a little bit harsh. Now, I know that sativas, especially things like Durban Poison, can be a little bit harsher, but I do believe that the harshness is just a tad bit disproportionate for the quality of this bud. So I'm going to, lose about a half a point there, but they're still going to get a 9.5 out of 10 on the aroma category. So that's fantastic. Let's go ahead and go to category number 3. All right, so category number 3 is the effects and potency. So I talked a little bit about this just a little bit ago, but for those of you that are into Durban Poison or into heavy sativas like this, be careful because she does creep on you. I'm a veteran smoker and she creeps on me for about 20 minutes, and then she really gives you a nice strong cerebral high that finally does come on. So it's good. But it's also a well-balanced high as well. So I would have to say that the cerebral high over time mellows out. I've smoked probably 4 or 5 different draws from this thing here in the last 30 minutes or so, and I'm feeling a mellowness that's evolving right now. The body is starting to catch up to the cerebral high, so you got a cerebral high versus a visceral high. and they're starting to even out and mellow out. And it's a really great therapeutic feeling. So right now I can tell you based on personal experience just in the past 30 minutes here that this sucker is therapeutic for the body. It's really great. There is one thing that I want to share with you guys that's personal here because I'm not a doctor. I can't give you medical advice or anything, but I have a heart condition called atrial fibrillation, or AFib for short. And it's basically an irregular heartbeat. Now, whenever I hit this Durbin, I noticed that it actually calmed and assuaged that condition because I know when my incidents occur, I can feel the issue going on. And with this, since I've been hitting this, it's really calmed down. So just want to throw that out there for people that might have AFib or know somebody who has AFib. Maybe give this a shot and see how they feel, okay? So it's been about 40 minutes now since I started hitting this pen, and I'm not going to lie to you, like I'm feeling pretty darn good. My eyelids are a little bit heavy, but that's fine because there's decreased pressure on my eyes. I can feel it back there. Happy, energetic, uplifted. These are all definitely categories that I would use to describe the characteristics of this plant. It is just a little bit harsh, like I mentioned, but that's fine. And the other thing is I've got the munchies, so that's fantastic. As you guys can see, I really do need to eat, so it's all good. This definitely will provide you with the munchies if that's something that you're looking for. Great for cancer patients or patients that are going through chemotherapy or things that suppress their appetite. So Durbin poison equals munchies, way to go. On to the next category. So the last category here that I'm going to do is before the very last one is going to be the ease of use and recommendations category. The ease of use basically for me is how easy is it to get into this package, how easy is it to consume the package, and how can I recommend it to others? So basically this is a 510 thread, so it's user friendly. Anything that's a 510 thread like this, I like to give it, extra points because it is user friendly. You don't have to worry about buying a pod or buying this or buying that. It's all good to go. The other part is that it's really great for a social occasion. Okay. If I could recommend anything to you, social occasions do well. I'm assuming with Durbin and with strains like it, because like I said earlier, it doesn't smell too badly, but I can definitely recommend this for you. If you're creative, if you're a teacher, if you're a leader of any kind, or you need to do, a lot of work, or you're a physical laborer of that kind, I would recommend this oil highly to you. There's one thing I would not recommend, and that is walking down the Vegas Strip rolling blunts of Durbin poison. Not that I did it, but just telling you what a friend did one time. So just be careful. Okay, yeah, she's calm, but she's not that calm. So definitely if you're a creator, if you're an influencer, if you're somebody that likes to build, create, think, and do that kind of stuff, Durbin is definitely the strain for you. All right, so the very last category here is going to be pairings and occasions. So this strain goes well with quite a few things because it's very peppery, and I love anything peppery. So I can tell you that this thing will go well with anything that's got a lot of black pepper in it, or if you want to barbecue red meat, if you barbecue chicken, or if you make like lemon pepper chicken or anything of that nature, this is a very good way to go. Another example that this kind of just reminds me of is polenta. So if you're Italian and you eat polenta, this is something to follow up with. I'm not even kidding. It's really great. The bitterness of the polenta and the butter followed up with this right here after dinner. That's a great mix, So it's just a good match in heaven waiting to occur. So she's going to do well at social events, like I mentioned before, and that's going to do really great. Things like parties and weddings and, things of that nature. So this is definitely a great way to pair your social life with your medicinal life and make sure that you get all the things that you need done while enjoying your day. We all want to make sure that we don't have to lose our minds over the regular tasks that we have to do every single day. And that's what this is designed for you, so that you can have that therapy going through your day.